Hey everyone, my name is Claire. If you are new, thank you so much for checking out my channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, I really appreciate you. Thank you for coming back time and time again and checking up on me, seeing what's going on in my life. So today I just wanted to give a life update. I know I haven't made a video in a while. It's been, I want to say at least 3 months since I've made a video. So I just kind of wanted to get back on here, give you guys an update, how my life is going, how things are going with baby girl and my other children, and just kind of get you guys back in the loop. This time with this COVID-19 going around has been a really weird time, just a very strange time. It's also a pretty scary time right now, but I have really just been enjoying this time to kind of slow down, appreciate my family, and just enjoy the time we get together instead of always having that very fast-paced lifestyle that we typically live. So let me grab my notes. If you hear noises in the background, that's baby girl. If you see me looking down, it's because I'm looking at these notes. So let's just get right into the video. Update about Ivy. She is actually 8 months old now, which is so crazy. I can't believe she's going to be a year old soon. That just blows my mind. I cannot believe that. The time has flown by. As far as what's been going on with her, she is currently teething. No teeth have actually broke through her gums yet, but she is in the process. I felt them. They've moved down quite a bit. Her gums are very swollen. She's a little bit cranky, not too much, but I've noticed her teeth have definitely came down in her gum line. She is also eating most solids now. I feel like she's tried just about everything. Like all the baby food in the stores, she has tried. She hasn't been allergic to anything, thankfully, but she absolutely loves food and it's just great. She's not picky at all. She loves vegetables, fruits, meats. She loves it all. She's actually been starting to have a little bit of bites of rice, or if we're eating some fruit, like I'll give her a little piece of fruit. So she has been trying some table food as well, and she just loves it all. Another thing, she has learned her first word. Her first word is dada, and she just says it all day long. It's just pretty cute. I don't really say dada, so I'm kind of surprised. I thought her first word would be mama, but still so cute to see her just babbling and making her little noises, forming little words now. It's just so surreal how quickly the time goes by. She still wakes up throughout the night. I would say she wakes up between 1 and 2 times, so it's not too bad. I'm hoping to eventually get her to sleep through the night completely, but she does sleep in my bed. We co-sleep. She has a crib and everything, but I just love having her so close, and she loves being close to me, so she does still sleep in my bed, and I feel like that kind of contributes to her waking up, because she'll like, you know, roll a little bit and then kick me, notice I'm there, you know, and then she like kind of fusses because she wants to nurse. That's another thing. We are still breastfeeding. We have been breastfeeding for 8 months now, and my goal is to at least get to a year. I may go to a year and a half. With that, I wanted to mention to you guys that Ivy hates bottles. It doesn't matter if it's filled with my breast milk, water, juice. She will not drink them. And I've tried sippy cups as well, and she's just not interested. So that's kind of been a struggle for me, that she does not want to drink any fluids unless it's straight from my breast. If you guys have any advice or suggestions on how I can get her drinking out of a bottle or sippy cup, other fluids, I would really appreciate that. I've been giving her like Pedialyte popsicles because one, she's teething, so I know it feels good on her gums to have that super cold frozen popsicle, but as well as the fact that she's not really wanting to do anything besides nurse. I'm just trying to get some extra electrolytes into her so that she doesn't get dehydrated. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that she has been doing some baby-led weaning, so she doesn't typically want to nurse too often throughout the day. I would say she wants to nurse maybe between 1 and 3 times throughout the day. She really just typically likes to nurse at nighttime, like I said, once or twice throughout the night, and then when she's going to bed as well. So she isn't nursing as often, but then she's also not wanting to drink any other fluids. So that's where my concern comes in with her getting dehydrated. And so if you guys have any advice whatsoever about some tips, some tricks to try to get her to drink out of a bottle or sippy cup, I would genuinely appreciate it. Another thing I wanted to update you guys on is that she actually started daycare. This was about a month ago. She started daycare. Currently she's not going because of this virus and everything, but she did start daycare because I started a new job, which I'll get a little bit more into once I give the update about myself. But she did start daycare, and it's a little bit of a rough adjustment for her. There were definitely some days where she was crying all throughout the day. But another thing is she's kind of like went on a hunger strike. The first few days she refused to drink a bottle or eat baby food. And then the more days that she was there, she did start to eat the baby food, but she still completely refuses the bottle of breast milk. So that's another reason why I need some suggestions on how to get her to start drinking other things in a sippy cup or bottle, because at school she'll be there for about between 6 and 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, and she refuses to drink anything all day. So it's kind of concerning. She'll start to understand that she needs to drink something throughout the day or she's going to be super thirsty. But it has been a little bit of a rough adjustment, but for the most part, she's doing good. And then the one other topic I wanted to touch on, which I have not really touched on in any of my pregnancy videos or any of my updates with Ivy or myself, because it's just messy. Some things need to be kept private, so I really don't get into this often. But I just wanted to give a little update on Ivy's dad. Got some baby daddy drama going on. This stuff happens when you have kids and you're young and at least one of the parties is immature. And unfortunately, with Ivy's dad, we have not been on the best terms. My pregnancy, he was not supportive. I don't think I ever really talked about this, but he was not supportive of the pregnancy. Ivy is his first child, and he did not really want to be involved. He did end up coming along at some point, but still he's never met her, unfortunately, and he's never kept his word. He'll say that he's going to come visit her. He never does. He said he was going to be there for the birth. He wasn't. So just kind of a lot of empty promises. So I never take what he says to heart, because he's just not trustworthy. And honestly, he said a lot of very abusive, damaging, hurtful statements to me throughout my pregnancy. And even after Ivy was born, that really hindered the want for me to even reach out to him. He has definitely dug himself into his own grave. And there have been many instances where I've been so patient with him, understanding, respectful, and he just still continues to act however he wants to. Something I found out that really was very hurtful is the fact that he actually got another girl pregnant while I was still pregnant with Ivy. I was 7 months pregnant, and then he got this girl pregnant that he knew for 3 months. So he now has a second child. He has a son, and he does seem to be there for that child. We did move into a completely different state because I needed to be around support and people who I love and trust, especially this being my third child. I could not continue to stay in the previous state, especially knowing that her father was very verbally abusive. I was actually scared for my life at some points. I just felt like he really wanted the worst for us. He did not want Ivy to be alive, and I did feel like he would do something to, I feel like he would go to any length to make sure that Ivy didn't come into this world. And with that, I needed to get away. So now it is a little bit harder because we are in a different state. It's not like he can just drive over and come meet Ivy. But at the same time, if he really was interested and wanting to, he would have flown here by now. So he does have another son now, and it's hurtful to see that he's there for that child, and yet he's never here for Ivy. But with that, I just really can't feed too much into it because it is very draining, exhausting, and hurtful to keep playing those things over in my head. Ivy is loved, Ivy is cared for. When I brought her into this world, I knew I was doing it for myself and her, and not for him, not thinking, oh, we could be a family, nothing like that. So it's not that sense of, oh, I need him, you know? But it is disappointing just to see the kind of person that he's turning out to be, and how he really didn't have any respect for me or for his first child, and really just jumped the gun and hopped into a new relationship, got another girl pregnant. It's not a good look. That's all I'm gonna say about that situation. If you guys are more interested, you want me to do some kind of Q&A about some baby daddy drama with Ivy's dad or my other 2 children's dads, then I would be more than happy to do that. I'm not going to get into every single detail because some things do need to be kept personal, but I did just want to touch on that subject because I've never done it before. So as far as my son Forrest, he's 3, he's almost 4 years old. He'll be 4 on the 28th of April. And I just kind of want to give an update about him because I don't really think I've updated you guys about him. And throughout my pregnancy, I know I really didn't talk about him much, and I'll kind of get into that more, but let's get into his update. So he is in daycare, and I'm just really happy to have him enrolled in daycare now. It's really good for him to socialize, get communication skills, learn some more independence, and just get prepared for kindergarten. So I am really proud of him. He has dramatically increased in his social skills, his communication skills, and he is just blossoming into such a smart and amazing son, and I am so blessed to have him. The other subject I want to touch in is related to his dad. So there's been quite a bit of drama regarding that too. Like I said, I'm not going to get into every single detail, but I just kind of want to give you guys a backstory, because there was about a year of time where I did not have my son and I did not get to see him, and that was not by choice. So to start from the beginning, his father joined the army when I got pregnant with him because he did not want another child. He already has an older daughter. He did not want the responsibility. So with that, he joined the army and he was not around for my pregnancy. He didn't even meet our son until our son was about a year old. And what happened when my son was gone for that year's period of time is Forrest was actually with his grandparents on his dad's side for a visit, and his dad flew from where he was stationed to the state I was previously living in with my son, and he took our son and blocked me and kept him away from me for 7+ months until we got a temporary parenting plan in place. So he actually abducted our son. My son did not know his father. He did not have a car seat. He didn't have enough clothes for him, but he really did that. And so in that time that my son was gone, I've actually recently found out that he was being emotionally abused, physically abused, as well as neglected. When he came back home to me, he could not communicate. He was very underweight and he was being physically abused, which I have proof of. And then along with that, I actually have a new custody case going for a permanent parenting plan. So that's in the works. My son has been living with me for 5 months now. He lived with me for the first 2.5 years of his life, and then he was with his dad for a year, and now he's been back with me for 5 months, and he's just improved tremendously. And I can't even sit and think about all the abuse that he endured, because there have been many sleepless nights. There have been many nights where I have just bawled my eyes out because I just cannot fathom how someone could abuse him the way that he was abused. It is very, very, very awful what he's been through. But I just kind of wanted to give an update on him because when he was gone, it was the hardest time in my life for me, and I really couldn't talk about him much because it was just very hard and emotional. So my son is doing great now. He is loving life. He is right where he needs to be. So I just kind of wanted to update you guys about that. All right, sorry guys, Ivy wanted to join the video. Here's my baby girl. Hi. Who's that baby girl? She is so sweet. I love her so much. So I think that's all I really wanted to update on about my son, Forrest. He is doing great. He's almost 4. And he's in a much better place now. As far as my oldest daughter, Addison, she is 7 years old. With all this virus craziness going on, she is out of school for the rest of the year. But with that said, she's actually doing online school. So she will be doing online school until the end of May. School gets out at the end of May here where we live. That's been a pretty good adjustment. There's school only Monday through Thursdays. They have these online meetings twice a day where they can see the teacher, she can see her classmates and whatnot. And then aside from that, I have a packet of schoolwork that she does throughout the day. So we have a few lessons we have to do each day. And that has been going really good. But she has been having to adjust because she is used to going to school, seeing her friends, having time away from me. And without that, it is kind of hard for her. She's been adjusting, but it's just different, with her being home all the time. And she has a lot of energy as well, so it's a little bit of a challenge, but it just takes time. It's just an adjustment period. I really think that's all I had to update on about her. She is going to be in 2nd grade next school year, and she's just amazing. She has her permanent teeth coming in. She's lost I want to say 8 teeth already, and she has her permanent teeth coming in, and she's just such a big girl. It's crazy how fast the time has gone by, and also just seeing her go from a baby to a little girl to really coming into her own, being independent, having her little sassiness, just really seeing the kind of person she is. It's really cool. Oh, one more update about Ivy that I wanted to give you guys is, I'm not sure if I mentioned in one of the videos that I made what her middle name is, but when I went to go get her birth certificate, they informed me that she does not have a middle name, which was a surprise to me because in the hospital, as well as in her doctor records, her school, everything, she has her middle name, which is Camille. And this is a middle name that her dad wanted. I am not necessarily a fan of the middle name, but it has sentimental value to him. And so just with everything that's went on, like I kind of regretted giving that middle name to her because it's not one that I wanted. And just given the situation, I'm just like, no thank you. It's just not what I want. So she actually does not have a middle name legally, but the middle name I love and I'm going to legally change it to once all this virus stuff has calmed down is Arabella. I really think it sounds beautiful. It's kind of like a princess name to me. Like that's the vibe I get. It's a beautiful, elegant, classy name and I love it. Ivy Arabella. I think it just goes together and I think it's really pretty and it fits her. So that's going to be her middle name. Now I'm going to give you guys an update on what's been going on with me. So I did mention earlier that I started a new job. I started it at the beginning of March. And I absolutely love this corporation. I love the environment. I love the people there. I'm so thankful to have this job. It's literally a dream job for me. And it is just amazing. So with that being said, my work did end up closing a few weeks after I started due to the virus. And thankfully, I've actually been able to still get paid. And we're just being switched over to furlough now. So I'm not exactly sure what that will be looking like. But I'm just so thankful that I got my job when I did and I'm actually able to receive benefits even though we're not able to work in this time. That has just been a godsend blessing. I also kind of wanted to talk to you guys about any future baby plans. I'm sure you guys are wondering, do I want any more kids? Do I not? With all this baby daddy drama, do I really want to bring more kids into this world? And my answer is yes, which is actually surprising because after I had my first daughter, Addison, I did not want any more kids, surprisingly. I mean, it was just very hard. I was a teen mom. I was very young. I still am very young. And it was a big adjustment. And I had to mature very quickly while all my friends were still teenagers, doing their thing, you know, being a young adult. And so I did not want any more kids after Addison. And then Forrest came into the picture. And it was very hard for me. I'm not going to lie. I was still very young when I had my son. And I was very depressed. And it was a big adjustment, but my son has brought so many blessings into my life, happy memories, so much of love. He has contributed to my life in ways that I could not have ever imagined, and I am so grateful and thankful and blessed to have him. After him and like all this drama happened with him being taken from me by his dad, literally abducted. Oh, also I want to touch on that really quickly because I contacted the police and they would not do anything because we didn't have a parenting plan. And I explained the situation, how he does not know his dad just took him, I'm blocked, all this stuff. And they were just like, sorry, that's his dad. He is allowed to have him. And they said if I wanted anything done about it, I had to get a parenting plan, in case you guys were wondering. So after all that went down, I really was in a very dark, depressed place. I was working, but life was very hard for me, and that was at the beginning of my pregnancy that all this kind of happened. I guess it happened right before I got pregnant, and then I got pregnant, and then it was just very hard to go through, knowing that I'm bringing a baby into this world, but then my son is gone. Like, imagine your child being kidnapped. That's what it was like for me. That's exactly what it was like for me, and it was very hard. So then Ivy came into the world, and here we are now. And I absolutely love her, and I haven't developed any postpartum depression. Life has been very good. I've been very strong. I have been enjoying motherhood. Long story short, that's kind of like a drawn out answer to my question, but yes, I do want more children. After I had Ivy, like pretty much immediately after I had her, I was like, I want to have more kids. And that's still kind of my thought, like I want more. I am ready for more, which is crazy. I'm already 3 kids deep and I want more kids. So not to say that's gonna happen anytime soon. Another thing I wanted to touch on is that I've actually been abstinent. I've been practicing sexual abstinence. I am a Christian, and after everything happened with Ivy and her dad being unsupportive and everything, I just chose to love myself, care about myself, put myself and my child first, and not really focus on anyone else finding love, because I didn't even love myself. How am I supposed to love someone else? I didn't even know myself. How am I gonna get to know someone else? For the past year and a half now, I've been abstinent, and it has been one of the best things I've ever done. Obviously, I'm not just gonna go rush and go have a baby, but I really am excited and looking forward to when the timing is right. I do want to have between 1 and 3 more children. I'm not exactly sure on the number yet, but yes, babies will be coming in the future. And you guys better look out for that, because there will be ovulation testing, pregnancy testing, going through my pregnancy journey, all that kind of stuff. So that's something I look forward to in the future when the timing is right. But as of now, when I stop breastfeeding, I'm actually going to be doing the egg donation. This is something that has just been on my heart for a couple of years. And I feel like it's a beautiful gift to give to someone who cannot have their own children. My children are all beautiful, strong, and healthy, and I would love to give that gift to someone else. So I am going to be doing an egg donation once I am done breastfeeding and I'm able to. That's another thing I'm really looking forward to. And I've actually been here in this new state for almost a year, which is crazy because I feel like this past year has absolutely flown by. But I have been loving it here. I've never felt depressed. It just felt like I needed the fresh start, and it really is a fresh start. And it's such a beautiful place, always sunny, beautiful environment. I'm surrounded by love, family, support. So it was one of the best decisions I ever made to move. I have no regrets about that. And my goals are to actually get into college right now. I know it's kind of a weird time, but to get into online college classes, it's actually completely free right now, which is awesome. But I do want to get into a physical college as well once this virus and everything passes over. And then my one last update for you guys is that I actually got a few new tattoos, and I would love to share them with you. So I'm going to take my jacket off and share them and their meanings. I'm going to set this little cutie pie down. Okay, guys. So my tattoos. Okay, so I'm going to show you the first one. Here's the first one. I guess you guys are going to kind of see both. What this is and what it means to me. These are my children's birth month flowers. Here, let me back up. These are my children's birth month flowers. So this is my son's birth month flower. He was born in April. His birth month flower is a daisy. This is Ivy's. She was born in August. This is a poppy. And then this is my oldest daughter, Addison, and it's a carnation. Here, let's see if I can get that closer for you guys. Carnation. And then I have a Bible verse, and it says, "Let all that you do be done in love." And it's 1 Corinthians 16:14. So that is that. And then on this side, I have my second tattoo that I just recently got. And it is an astronaut swinging from a planet. And what this means to me is just that we are not limited to this earth. Shoot for the stars and that's where you'll land. It just means that we aren't limited, that everyone's experience is unique, and that we're all on a beautiful journey. That's what it means to me. I hope you guys enjoyed this update. I hope you all are doing well, staying safe, staying healthy, and I will definitely update you guys again soon. Thank you so much for being patient with me. Thank you for watching this video. If you took the time out of your day to click on it and see what's going on in my life, I love you guys so much. Make sure you subscribe. I really would love to grow my community here and grow the support. You guys mean everything to me. So please do make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And I will just see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.